What's up, everybody? Just getting everything going for today. So yeah, I'm currently headed down towards Amarillo, Texas. Stayed the night last night in Dodge City. So yeah. Getting ready to head, I am heading to Amarillo. I'm probably about, I don't know, a few hours, maybe 2 hours outside of Amarillo. Yeah, so crazy night last night. Great storm chase. Crazy day. After the chase, I drove back down to Dodge City where I got a hotel room. And yeah, it was a good night. Got a good night of rest. Before I went to the hotel room, I stopped at Applebee's to pick up some after chase grub to take back to the room, and pretty cool. It's basically like a storm chasers who's who there. Ryan Hall was there, Vince was there, Reed was there. A lot of storm chasers were around. It's pretty cool. Just figured I'd go live for a little bit on my drive here down towards the Amarillo, Texas area. So I got about an hour and 43 minutes. I'm actually going a little bit to the west of Amarillo as my target area. I do think there is a potential for some pretty big discrete supercells today down here in that area. I love chasing in the Texas Panhandle, so I'm super excited about that as well. Not that I didn't enjoy my chase yesterday in Kansas, but also for streaming purposes, chasing around the Amarillo area, I'll probably have relatively good cell reception most of the day, most of the chase. And I do believe I'm going to be chasing, not with my phone, I'll be going live through my GoPro here on YouTube. Which has a much better view, image stabilization, all that kind of good stuff. And it kind of keeps my phone handy, which is also nice. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody that's watching, let me know where you are watching from. So what town am I going through now? I'm getting ready to turn up here in a minute. We'll just have to see what town this is. Mary, what's up? Yeah, hour and 42 minutes away from Adrian, Texas, I believe, is where my my target area is. Mary represent Bryant, Arkansas. I got my lucky orange on today. Orange is my favorite color, like as far as luck goes in storm chasing. So we'll see with the bright orange. I could get mistaken for like an orange sickle or something. A really big one. Let's see if I pick up a name real fast. What city I'm in. Stinnett, maybe? I'm in Stinnett, Texas. Ryan, what's up? Glad to have you on the stream. Yeah, so for people that are just joining, I figured I'd just do a little pre-chase stream. I'm heading to my target area, which is just to the west of Amarillo, Texas today. Potential for some pretty violent supercells this evening and late afternoon. So hopefully everybody in the Amarillo area is staying weather aware today. It's a pretty big group of people. A pretty big group of population there. But yeah, yesterday was a lot of fun. Got some really cool photos. Saw some really cool color. Wasn't any tornadoes yesterday, but really beautiful structured storms. Which, as a storm chaser, I honestly enjoy those super nice structured storms as much as I do tornadoes. So. It was a really fun chase for me. Colors were amazing out last night. Lots of oranges, which was cool. And I'm representing orange. So yeah, afterwards, I don't know, I don't think anybody was on here afterwards. I decided I went down to stayed in Dodge City last night. Decided to go grab some takeout from Applebee's, and it was literally a who's of storm chasers there. Mr. Ryan Hall was there. Vince was there. Reed was there. There was quite a lot of people there, so it was cool. I hung out for a little bit, said hey to everyone. Pretty cool stuff. Discord, if anybody wanted to go see it in on my Instagram. Yeah, that's awesome, JJ. I was driving behind this U-Haul truck, and man, so the wind today is nuts, like insane. Driving through Kansas, then through the Panhandle of Oklahoma, now in Texas. It was quite wild, honestly. Or it is quite wild. The wind was like blowing me all over the road. Probably wind in excess of 35, 40 miles per hour right now. It's just gusting out here. You guys want to see? I'll flip it around for a second. You guys can see a little bit of my view today. A little bit of my view today. And the planes still, obviously. Definitely already got some cumulus CU fields forming. I think the Texas Panhandle could be in for a wild evening. I hope not. They definitely could be. Now there's also a pretty decent tornado threat as well up in the South Dakota area. But I decided to come down here. I feel like the best opportunity for storms is down here in the Texas Panhandle for myself today. I think most other storm chasers came to that conclusion too. I know a few that headed up towards the South Dakota area, but most everyone I know is heading towards the Amarillo area right now. Yeah, definitely a chance for some violent storms today. Massive hail possible, up to softball size, tornado threat as well. It could definitely be an interesting day of chasing. The question is just going to be is how early are these storms going to fire? I think that they will eventually fire. Most models are all saying that yes, they will fire down here in this area, but it's a little bit more of when they will fire. I think that they'll fire sometime in between 4 and 7 p.m. Hey, what's up from the Lubbock area? Yeah, you might have to watch out a little bit down there in Lubbock as well. It just depends on where these storms initially fire. I think they're going to fire just south of the I-40 corridor in the Panhandle of Texas. And they're going to be moving to the northeast. Definitely got some major, areas that could possibly be affected by these storms. Mainly Amarillo, down here in the Panhandle. It's a pretty large city. Staying hydrated. Yeah, I like to bring the terrible big storms to those of you who can't see them where you live. Yeah, it is. Here it's 87 degrees where I'm at right now. Dew points in the 60s. When you get these dew points in the 60s, especially in the little bit of higher elevation over in the western portion of the Texas Panhandle, you can get some pretty crazy supercells that form with those ingredients. So I do think the ingredients are in place for sure. It's just going to be when the storms fire, which is pretty much the story of this time of year period anyway. And when you're storm chasing, you're always just waiting for when the storms will fire. But I do think they will fire today. I think sometime right before dark. Maybe even a few. I mean, the models, the NAM, the 3K NAM has them firing around 4 to 5 p.m. The HRRR closer to 7. So we'll just have to see. I think it'll happen sometime in between there. And any storm that can form, especially any isolated storm that forms and gets going, will definitely have the potential for all hazards possible. Oh, that's awesome, Jamie. Yeah, I took a few and I edited one on my phone. When I get home, I'll definitely really edit them, but yeah, you're right, it is super windy, dust everywhere. My nose right now is just full of dust and dirt, because I've gotten out and done a couple little videos on my ride, especially when I was in Kansas. There was so much dust and dirt blowing around. Also, something that's not really talked about by a lot of people is the fire threat today. Basically, there is the highest warning that you could possibly have right along the Texas, New Mexico, and then Kansas and Colorado borders. Critical chances for fire, with these dew points behind the storm are going to be very, very low, very dry air, very strong winds. Definitely want to make sure that we send our best thoughts and prayers out for anyone that will be in the area of those possible fires, and hopefully none fire up. But I feel like with the conditions today, the chances of some firing up are pretty good. You've been getting fire warnings all day? Well, that's good that they're getting out there, because the fire potential today could be very dangerous. I love driving in the plains, though. I've never taken pictures of the fire, but if I was ever in the right position, I would do that. Honestly, I'm not scared of storms at all, but wildfires are a little terrifying. And also, I have like really bad issues, so I'm allergic to smoke, which sucks. So I have to also just be careful getting around a lot of smoke. But I'm not against it, I'm not opposed to it. South winds are picking up. The south winds out here are incredibly strong. I haven't checked the dew points in a little bit just because I'm trying to hustle to get to my target area. Yesterday I thought I'd more likely be chasing closer to Colorado and Kansas border, maybe northern Kansas, northwest Kansas. But when I woke up this morning, looked at the models, definitely felt like the best threat was closer to the Amarillo area in the Texas Panhandle. Yeah, sometimes those sirens don't work. I can't even hear them where I live in Oklahoma City. I always tell, if you're aware it's a crazy day, it's just good to keep your phone next to you, because those tornado alerts work pretty well, honestly. Those tornado warning system on your cell phone. I know they're non-stop going off and driving me nuts while I'm chasing. So. I used to always kind of like measure my success storm chasing at the end of the year. I'd pull up the little text thread that had all the warnings for tornado warnings. If I had to scroll for a few minutes, that was a good year. Okay, yeah, South Dakota has the potential for some severe weather today as well. New Orleans doesn't have sirens, just the phone warnings. All right. Yeah, Vince is in the Chase area as well. I think he was over by, was it Pampa, Texas? I know Reed as well is heading down to this area. I've never met Vince, but I did see him last night. But I'm not the type of person that'll usually just like go up and introduce myself to someone, especially while they're eating. I did hang out and chat with Reed for a little bit yesterday in Applebee's. Vince was sitting over there with Ryan Hall and that whole group. Yeah, there are no tornado warnings right now. Or maybe I misunderstood you, sorry. It's definitely a little hazy from the dust out. Definitely got some CU fields forming, cumulus clouds all around. It's always a positive sign. I think Amarillo will be the hotspot for today's storms. Yeah, Reed's super cool, very nice guy. Like, I haven't known him for very long. We just recently started chatting this year, and I've seen him out on a couple chases, and he was sitting at a table with a bunch of other people, and he was really nice and introduced me to everyone, and it means a lot. He told me, like, people like that tell you that, they enjoy your content. It means that you're doing something right, so that always feels good. But yeah, Reed's a super cool dude. Full of energy, but also, like, very laid back, I think. Or at least his vibe is that way. My allergies are already going crazy today. Hopefully I'm going to meet up with my buddy Andrew, who's a storm chaser out of the Denver area. Super cool guy, so hopefully when I'm on stream later on, we get to see him, meet him. He actually runs one of the weather satellites, weather satellites for the United States. But he's down here chasing with his dad today. Yeah, it's weird. Reed brings a lot of energy, but also he has a pretty, I would never call him a calm person, but his vibe is that way. Like, even though he's full of energy, he's just chill. Hey, I appreciate that, Jamie. I am down to earth. I'm just, I'm just normal. Nothing right now on the radar. Nothing. Storms haven't initiated yet. Don't expect that until a little later this afternoon. Right now, everyone's just trying to rush to get in position. Pretty much, I think everybody was staying in Dodge City last night based on my trip to the Applebee's. And then from what I've seen, a lot of people are heading down south. I don't know where Ryan Hall and his crew are, but I know Vince and Reed's group is heading in that direction. Normal is a relative term. You're right. I definitely am probably not normal. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, normal is definitely relative. I meant like, like I try to be someone that doesn't, have any ego or anything like that. That's a better way to say it, I guess. I hope it doesn't bother anyone that I'm about to use nose spray. If it's going to gross you out, you might not want to watch, but it's just nose spray. Life with terrible allergies. I love Mother Nature so much. I don't know why it doesn't love me back. Every time a semi goes by, it feels like it's about to knock me off the road. Yeah, genuine. There you go. That's a good word. I am who I am, and that's just who I am. You see me yesterday. Sometimes I get a little. I was a little more irritable than normal yesterday. Normally, I can handle, people chirping in the chat at me. But I had a crazy start to yesterday, so I was a little bit more irritable. But I am what I am. Sometimes I'm irritable. I'm actually doing really good today. Doing great. My allergies are a little flared up, but I'm pretty excited about today's storm. It's nice to not start behind like I did yesterday. Should be getting to Amarillo in plenty of time to get positioned in a good spot for the second. So the second that I see some of those supercells or any type of initiation on satellite or on radar, I can jump down and get right on them. It's a lot better to chase that way, in my opinion. I hate chasing from behind, like the storms are already formed and you're trying to get to them. I like to be right underneath them as they form. Makes it way easier to be in correct position. Get a steak at the Big Texan. I always see that sign on I-40 when I drive through Amarillo. If I tried to eat that much meat at this age, my body would just go in revolt. About an hour and 24 minutes from my target area. I did realize that yesterday when I was at Applebee's, I was like, oh, I'm like the only one that's chasing alone out here. I think Vince chases alone. But I don't know if he has somebody from Ryan's crew with him, but it would be nice at times, I think, just to have like some other, competent storm chasers in the car with me. It'd be nice for the help. It'd be nice to be able to let someone else drive for a little bit. I have control issues, so it's hard for me to let someone drive while we're chasing. There's a lot at stake. So I have to trust you pretty highly to drive whenever I'm chasing with you. You'll come up from WF and join. Why am I blanking on a WF? I feel like it's going to be super easy. Yeah, I do try to keep it super simple. I'm not like this super weather nerd in the sense of, I'm not like geeked out in the science. I do think it's responsible to know about the science, and I do understand it on a base level. But I'm not gonna try to like talk all super smart at y'all or anything. It's gonna be me. I know my lane and I'll stay in it. figured that forecast, mesoscale discussion would come out relatively soon here. Somebody said, where did you say those storms are firing up? Groover? Where's that at in Texas? Where's the Groover area? Looking nice because I might get to chase it right around home. It's looking like tomorrow's chances for severe weather and tornadoes is going to be in the Oklahoma City area. Tristan, what's up? Think about when you guys follow me, you know I think in song lyrics when I hear this town. I know it's not even close to the same word, but what was that? Like German band? Du hush. I don't know what I think of that. Make sure I go the speed limit. Towns. Texas will get you. I got a ticket last year in Texas. So now I'm a little like, you know, a little gun shy. Although it is nice in Texas, man. All their back roads are like 75 miles an hour. The only issue is they also, as soon as they go through a little town, they like literally goes down to like 35. So it's really easy to get a crazy speeding ticket here. before I actually start my chase. I think I'll gas up here. I think I'll get when I get down closer to Adrian, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna get on right now and just talk. Before I chase, I'll end this live and start another one. And the main reason is because today I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube from my GoPro. It's a much better look, than just like my cell phone. GoPro has image stability. Because you have to hotspot to your phone. And even though I have like unlimited data and all that, all the carriers, they throttle you after you go over a certain amount every month. And I have the highest amount, 40 gigs on my phone and 15 gigs on my tablet that I can use as a hotspot. So I try to be limited on when I use them. Today seems like a good day. I'm in Dumas, Texas, heading towards Adrian. I'm heading a little bit further to the west of Amarillo. I'm gonna tuck myself right up against the dry line. As much, kind of taking this opportunity while I'm stopping at red lights to take a look at some forecasting stuff. Appreciate the views, homie. I mean, I guess if you've been storm chasing for 10 years, you can consider yourself a wannabe storm chaser. Thank you. Man, it's dusty out today. All this dryness and this wind and the Panhandle is kicking dust everywhere. not seeing that at all. Appreciate that, Stubby. Let's take a look. What's up, boss mom? Are you the boss? I feel like most moms are the bosses. My mom was definitely the boss. Sure. Awesome. I love having other storm chasers on the stream. I am on 87 right now. I'm heading towards Adrian. Oh, a forecast discussion around the Amarillo area. I got you. I hope I have an exciting chase. I hope it's a safe one for, I hope that it doesn't go over any like towns or cities, but I hope to have a nice, beautiful view of some great storm structure out in the plains. That would be fantastic. Will there be some tornadoes today? There is definitely a chance. I think that risk is going to peak right around early evening at sunset. The Storm Prediction Center has a 5% chance out for them today in the area that I'm in. Thanks, Boss Mom. Hey, awesome. I'd love to have new friends from New Zealand. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Watching from Victoria. Okay, cool. Nice, Scott. I was looking at my analytics on YouTube. There's a decent amount of people from like Australia, New Zealand, or in Australia, in that whole area that follow me in New Zealand, all of it. It's pretty cool. I want to chase in Australia for sure. Dallas-Fort Worth Metro, okay. Cool area. I have a couple friends, close friends that live down there. Coming up close to 9 years, I mean to 10 years. So I'm like halfway through my 10th year. 2 years full time. So before I did it, you know, when I could, I worked another job. But for the past 2 years, I have been doing it full time, storm chasing. It's okay. Yeah, I can tell. I get used to it. So some people like to pause the stream and start back where they were. So I can usually tell by the comments that they were maybe a little bit behind. Mississippi, all right, cool. Got people from all over here. Appreciate all of you tuning into my stream. you have not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate if you did. Yeah, for those of you who don't know about me, I live in central Oklahoma, and I chase storms everywhere in the continental U.S. I also do hurricane coverage as well. Hey! Every once in a while, man, that wind will grip you. Pull you over, whether you want to be pulled over or not. I don't think I'll be going live on TikTok today. I really only go live on TikTok when I have another person with me. Just because the TikTok stream is a little bit more interactive, that style. I mean, like, you really need someone that can hold the camera and show everybody what they're looking at, because it's a pretty narrow field of view compared to YouTube. So I'll just be streaming on YouTube, unless something happens like yesterday. YouTube was just being whack and like kept making my screen go black for some reason. So I ended up just switching over to TikTok there at the end. I do miss streaming on TikTok a lot more, but it just works a lot better with another person. And I'm solo for this trip. 3-day chase trip. Yesterday chased in southwestern Kansas. Today I'll be chasing in the Texas Panhandle, and it's looking like tomorrow I'll be chasing in central Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, there's such different platforms. I definitely have a lot of love for YouTube. I mean, that's where I got my, started getting my first, my funding for storm chasing over there. Last year when I started streaming, it kind of blew up and got pretty big, a lot quicker than I thought it would. It's easier to get a bigger following on TikTok fast than it is on YouTube. YouTube is a little bit more of a grind. But on TikTok, I mean, I went from 0 to 100,000 followers in like 3 months. And now I'm getting close to 200,000 followers, so. Positive signs, lots of like cumulus, like almost forming like these like little turkey towers, or trying to start forming them. So it's curious. The main concern about chasing today is what time the storms will initiate. I suspect they'll do that sometime in between 4 and 7. Leaning more towards later than earlier. But from what I'm seeing in the air, I mean, definitely got some stuff going on. No, not dark clouds, just I'll flip the camera around real fast. Give me a second. You can see right there in front there, just some cumulus. No problem at all. you here. Sorry. Once I actually start the chase, I'll probably end this stream and go over to my GoPro, which has a lot wider range of field, better stabilization. As you can see, you have some cumulus building and bubbling right now. And nice roads, yeah. Right now they are. There's definitely hit or miss when you're out in these rural areas on the roads. These ones are pretty decent. But you can see by those trees just the wind gusts that are going on right now. They're quite incredible. Now there's a mesoscale discussion for this area. Look at this little thing. That thing was getting blown all over the road. Now I'm going to be driving into the wind. That's not going to be much fun. Heading south. Very empty roads. It's nice. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of chaser convergence today. Lots of chasers out. Tomorrow will probably be super crazy because it's a Saturday and in central Oklahoma. I definitely not the hugest fan of a lot of when there's a lot of chaser convergence, a lot of traffic out. A few more quick questions for this pre-chase stream, and then I am going to get everything set up and ready to do my actual chase stream through the GoPro and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely wanted to thank all of you for watching the stream. Make sure you sub to the channel if you have not. Turn on those alert notifications so you'll know when I'm out live storm chasing. If anyone has any questions before I sign off, I'll gladly answer a few. Today, reasonably strong. It's definitely going to, that's what, you know, it's causing a little bit of uncertainty of what time the storms are going to fire off today. When you have the strong cap in place, it's pretty normal for this time of the year though. I actually definitely prefer chasing like dry line cap chases over like triple point, just because I'm a fan of the more low, you know, maybe having a LP supercell or a discrete supercell, and I feel like in those setups that tends to happen a little bit more often. But yeah, all right. So if no more questions, y'all turn around real fast. You can see the dust on the road. I don't know how well that's picking that up. It's really dusty out here, kind of gross. But I will get on here a little bit later. Like I said, make sure you sub to the channel, turn on those notifications so you'll know when I'm going live again. I do think the cap will break today. I think it'll be very close to sundown. But like I said, I can see storms trying to go up right now. So over to my right, there's definitely some towering cumulus. So we'll see. We'll get to see here in a little bit. That's why I kind of want to go ahead and end this stream and get ready to go on my GoPro. So as soon as storms do start firing up, I can go. I'll have everything set up to go live from my GoPro. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for being on the stream. And yeah, we'll see y'all storm chasing here in just a little bit.